You won't believe what's happening behind the scenes in the Wnba right now. Reese and Chennedy Carter, two of the most talked about, most watched, and most controversial stars in the league, are being completely iced out. No calls, no meetings, no support, just silence. And fans are absolutely stunned after dominating headlines, pulling massive social media numbers, and even boosting viewership to record-breaking levels. Many expected these two to be the faces of the league, but instead, it's like the WNBA has ghosted them. No official statements, no endorsements, no league backing. And worse rumors are now swirling that multiple teams have quietly blacklisted both players after that explosive on-court incident. But here's what's really wild. Fans aren't buying it. Some are calling it discipline, others say it's political. But a growing number are asking the real question: is this punishment or a cover-up? Reese, with her unapologetic confidence and bold presence, and Chennedy Carter, with that fierce energy and viral moment, have become lightning rods. But love them or hate them, you can't deny they've brought eyes to the game. So why is the league turning its back now? And where are their teammates in all this? Silence is loud and the fans are louder. This story isn't just about basketball anymore. It's about power, image, and what happens when players refuse to play by someone else's rules. Stay tuned, because this drama goes deeper than anyone expected, and we're about to unpack all of it. It all started with that game, the moment Chennedy Carter knocked Reese to the ground during what looked like an intentional blindside shoulder check. Social media erupted. Fans screamed foul. Critics called it dirty. But others, they loved it. The fire, the rivalry, the passion. But behind the scenes, that moment set off a chain reaction that neither of them saw coming. Within 24 hours, headlines went wild. Chennedy Carter takes cheap shot at Reese.
Wow. Her stat line is rough. Real rough.
Wnba drama explodes. Are Reese and Carter beefing or branding? Everyone had an opinion. Clips were dissected frame by frame. Podcasts dropped emergency episodes. Even former players weighed in, with some defending Chennedy's aggression, while others demanded the league take immediate disciplinary action. But here's what no one expected. The league said nothing. No fines, no press release, no explanation. And that's when fans started asking, what's going on behind the curtain? Reese, who had become one of the most polarizing yet profitable players in recent memory, remained mostly silent. No dramatic post, no angry statement, just a cryptic tweet. Bet. Meanwhile, Chennedy Carter doubled down, refusing to apologize or backtrack. In a post-game interview, she shrugged, saying, "This is grown woman basketball. Don't come to play soft." The comment lit the internet on fire. And then, suddenly, everything went quiet. Sponsors stopped tagging them. Major sports accounts stopped posting their clips. When the Wnba's official page shared highlights from the game, neither Angel nor Chennedy were included in the video reel. Fans noticed immediately. One commenter wrote, "They literally erased the most viral moment of the game. What's up with that?" But it didn't stop there. A source inside the league, who asked to remain anonymous, leaked that multiple team execs were concerned about the optics of both players. Concerned. It's not about their game, not about their health, but their brand. It's too loud, too controversial, too disruptive. They bring too much drama, the source claimed. And that's not the image some of these teams want right now, but fans weren't having it. Thousands took to Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to defend the two players, especially Reese. She had just helped break viewership records for women's basketball. She was showing up at Met-level events. She was being talked about on late-night shows. And now, crickets. How do you profit off her name for a whole season? One fan posted, "Then try to silence her when she starts being real." Silence wasn't just confusing, it was strategic. Insiders began whispering about quiet punishments, not official suspensions, but subtle moves to push both players out of the spotlight. Interviews canceled. Jersey promotions pulled. Press access restricted. Chennedy Carter, known for her no-filter style, reportedly got into a heated argument with coaching staff behind closed doors, demanding to know why she was being benched. Without explanation. Angel, meanwhile, started showing signs of tension-liking tweets about being blackballed, reposting fan edits calling out the league's double standard. And then came the bombshell. A leaked group chat from a private team thread surfaced online. No one knew who shared it, but the messages were clear. Other players discussing keeping the locker room energy.com and not getting pulled into drama that distracts from the game. Angel and Chennedy's names weren't mentioned directly, but the implication was obvious. Fans read between the lines. This sounds like they're freezing them out, one user said. Isn't accountability, is exile. The drama hit new levels when major sports networks invited retired players and analysts to weigh in. Some supported the league's choice to protect professionalism, while others came out swinging. These women have passion, fire, and authenticity, one panelist said. And if the WNBA can't handle that, then the problem isn't Angel, Reese, or Chennedy. Carter wits the system. By the end of the week, Angel had unfollowed her team's official account. Chennedy wiped her Instagram clean except for one story post that simply read, "You can't silence what was never afraid." The fans were no longer just watching. They were organizing Dutch chaj, like hashtag Let Angel Play and hashtag Free Chen. Wnba exploded. Online petitions began demanding transparency from the league. And then, things got even weirder. Rumors began swirling that agents for both players had reached out to overseas teams. Europe, Asia, even Australia. Why? Because they were exploring options in case things got worse. Imagine that two of the most explosive talents in the Wnba considering leaving the league altogether, and still, the league said nothing. Angel, Reese, and Chennedy Carter were being iced out in plain sight. Not with press releases or suspensions, but with silence, with erasure, with doors that once welcomed them suddenly locked. And the big question loomed. Over everything, what are they being punished for, breaking a rule or breaking the mold? Behind the glowing arena lights and viral clips, there was a growing tension that no one wanted to say out loud, but everyone felt. Angel, Reese, and Chennedy Carter weren't just being ignored. They were being handled, packaged, quietly pushed to the fringes. And the silence from the top, deafening. Days after the internet exploded with support, Angel made her first bold move. She skipped media day. Reporters waited. Cameras were ready. Fans tuned in. But Angel, nowhere to be seen. Her team released a vague statement. Angel is taking time to focus on herself and her performance. Fans weren't buying it. Not after everything. Then came Chennedy's move. During warm-ups, she showed up wearing a hoodie with a handwritten message across the back. You only love us when we smile. That image went viral in seconds. It wasn't just a statement, it was a shot aimed directly at the league, the media, and every executive trying to control the narrative. And suddenly, the conversation changed. This wasn't about attitude or discipline. This was about control. Angel Reese was unapologetic, flashy, confident. A black woman who refused to shrink herself. Chennedy Carter was aggressive, unpredictable, and passionate. They didn't play the grateful role some people expected from rising stars. And now they were being made an example. But what the league didn't expect? Someone from the inside speaking out. An assistant coach, anonymous but verified, leaked voice notes to a sports blog. And the recordings were damning. In one, a team official was heard saying, "We can't let this get out of hand." The leagues, not trying to be known for drama queens, Reese and Carter, they're too loud. It's bad optics. In another clip, someone added, "If we don't chill them out now, next season's gonna be a circus. They're gonna think they run the league." Backlash was instant. Fans, celebrities, and even former players demanded answers. Bad optics became a rallying cry. People were furious, not just because Angel and Chennedy were being silenced, but because they were being punished for being themselves. Meanwhile, things inside the locker rooms were unraveling. Angel's teammates were divided. Some stood by her, publicly posting cryptic messages of support, retweeting fans demanding fairness. Others, silent. Or worse, dash cold. One teammate allegedly unfollowed her. Another was seen in a group photo celebrating with players from a rival team with the caption, "We stayed drama-free." Chennedy wasn't faring better. A source close to the team claimed she had been iced out of a players-only group chat. Not removed, just ignored. Messages left unread. Her jokes met with silence. Practices were colder. Team chemistry shattered, but things truly exploded when a mysterious video began circulating. Grainy, clearly taken on a phone. The footage showed a closed-door team meeting. No coaches, just players. And in it, someone voice disguised was venting about the backlash. We're tired of being dragged into their drama. This is a team, not a soap opera. Let them be the brand. We're here to win. The implication was clear. Some players had turned on them, not because they hated Angel or Chennedy, but because they were jealous of the fame, the followers, the sponsorships. The attention. One clip showed a player rolling her eyes, muttering, "Every game's about her now." And with that, a new layer of drama unfolded. Internal betrayal. Angel Reese wasn't just battling the league. She was fighting inside her own team, and fans could feel it. TikTok detectives began matching voice tones. Instagram likes were tracked. Fans drew battle lines, and the league still said nothing. But Angel, she'd had enough. In an unfiltered live stream, she addressed the drama head-on. "Y'all want me to be silent so bad?" she said. "You want me to be quiet, humble, grateful? Grateful for what? For carrying the ratings, for bringing the fans, for being the reason half of you even tune in." She didn't stop there. "Me and Chennedy ain't perfect, but we show up, we play hard, we put it all out there. And now, because we don't smile on cue, we're a problem. Nah, the problem ain't us." That live hit 1 million views within hours. The backlash was brutal, but the support even louder. NBA stars chimed in. Athletes from other leagues reposted the clip with the hashtag Protect Black Women, but then the league finally broke its silence. A short, sterile press release. "We are aware of ongoing public concerns and are conducting internal evaluations to ensure our teams and players are aligned with league values." Nothing else, and just like that, the fire got even hotter, because fans knew what that really meant. Damage control. Angel and Chennedy weren't just controversial, they were now dangerous. Not for what they did on the court, but for how they were changing the culture. Angel Reese wasn't just a basketball player. She was becoming a movement. Chennedy Carter wasn't just an athlete. She was a symbol of resistance. And the WNBA. They were running out of time to decide whether to embrace the future or fight it, because what was coming next? No one was ready. For just when everyone thought the Wnba had successfully muted the storm, just when the league's press release had started to fade from timelines and players were back to business as usual, video hit the internet that stopped everything. Angel, Reese, and Chennedy Carter, together, side by side. In the same room, no script, no sponsor, no media outlet. Just a raw, unfiltered, self-shot video uploaded straight to Angel's Instagram with the caption, "Y'all wanted to hear it from us? Here it is." In the clip, Angel spoke first. "We've been quiet, too quiet, because every time we speak, they twist it. Every time we move, they call it attitude. but silence ain't protecting us. So let's talk. She turned slightly to Chennedy, who gave a small nod before speaking. They want us to fade out. Be grateful. Play the game. Shut up. But this ain't 1995. This is our era, and we're not going anywhere. Angel added, we've been benched, blocked, erased. But guess what? We still show up. We still hoop. And we still trend without them. The video cut off after 3 minutes, but that was all it needed. It went viral in seconds. Sports. Shows paused coverage to break it down. Reaction videos flooded in. Fan pages exploded with support. And for the first time in weeks, control shifted. Back to the players. Angel and Chennedy didn't wait for the league to hand them a narrative. They took it. The Wnba scrambled. Execs held emergency calls. Team reps reportedly argued behind closed doors. One leaked text from a frustrated exec read, "This is out of control. They're making us look like villains." Maybe they were, because the truth was, the league had stayed silent for too long. And now, silence was guilt. But the twist no one saw coming. A top-tier brand, one that had previously ghosted Angel after the controversy, reached out publicly. Nike. In a tweet that broke the internet. They posted authenticity, power, leadership. "We see you, Angel. We see you, Chennedy." The post ended with a simple tag, @AngelReese10, @Chennedy Carter. Fans lost it. Endorsement rumors reignited. Sneaker deals were predicted. Angel and Chennedy were once again at the center of the culture. And then came the final blow. The Wnba held a press conference meant to move forward. What they didn't expect. Angel's showing up uninvited. Camera flashes popped the moment she entered. She wasn't scheduled to speak, but she walked straight to the mic. Collected, dangerous. "You say you want to protect players," she began, "but you silence the ones who speak. You say you value growth, but you ignore the ones who grow the game." She glanced at the crowd. "Me and Chennedy, we never asked for favors. We just asked for respect. And if that's too much, maybe the problem ain't us." Mic dropped. The league was stunned. Reporters swarmed her after the event. She said nothing more. Just smiled and walked out. Head high energy. UNBOTHERED. Within hours. Merch popped up online. Maybe the problem ain't us. By fans, for fans. For fans. Meanwhile, Chennedy posted a single photo to her story. Her in-practice gear, headphones in, eyes locked in. Caption, "You can't cancel the real." But behind the scenes, not everything was as united as it seemed in the days that followed. Rumors began swirling that someone from inside Angel's camp had leaked private strategy convos to a reporter. Someone close. Someone trusted. A former college teammate turned assistant had allegedly shared sensitive details about their media plans. Causing tension to rise fast, Angel quietly unfollowed several accounts. Her camp made no statement. But those close to her say the betrayal stung worse than the league's silence. "You expect it from the suits," one insider said. "Not from your own circle." But Angel didn't fold. She booked her own speaking tour, launched a podcast, began mentoring young athletes on media power, and in a surprise announcement revealed she was starting a foundation for underrepresented women in sports. In Chennedy, she signed a short film deal, a dramatized reenactment of her experience in the league titled The Isolation Play. Message was clear. If the system didn't want their voices, they'd build their own platforms. And fans followed. Game attendance soared when either player was on the court. Jersey sales spiked. Despite the controversy, one thing became obvious. They weren't just players anymore. They were forces. Not everyone was happy about it. A few commentators still called them divisive, too emotional, or bad for business. But every insult only fueled the movement more, because now, narrative wasn't controlled by headlines. It belonged to Angel, to Chennedy, to every athlete who refused to shrink, and while the league scrambled to patch its image, One thing was now crystal clear. They had tried to ice them out, but they only made them colder. And there you have it. Two of the Wnba's most talked about stars, Angel Reese and Chennedy Carter, weren't just iced out. They were tested, targeted, and transformed. What started as a shoulder check became a statement. What the league tried to bury the fans, dug up and amplified, and now the spotlight isn't just on the game, it's on the game behind the game. Angel didn't fold. She took the silence and turned it into power. Chennedy didn't back down. She let her truth speak louder than any coach's whistle. Together, they didn't just survive the freeze. They made sure the world felt the chill. But the biggest question remains: what now? What now? Will the Wnba finally adapt to the new era of unapologetic athletes? Or will more stars like Angel and Chennedy have to fight their way through the politics just to play the sport they love? And more importantly, who's next? Because if this drama taught us anything, it's that silence doesn't protect players. Speaking up does. Now we turn it over to you. Do you think Angel and Chennedy were punished unfairly? Is the league holding women to double standards? Or was it all just a matter of professionalism? Drop your take in the comments. We want to hear everything Team Angel, Team Chennedy, Team Truth. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you don't miss what we've got coming next. This story might be cooling down, but trust us, the next one already heating up. Until then, stay woke, stay loud, and stay locked in. We're just getting started.